As creatives, we don't like to be put into boxes, right? That's why so many content creators struggle with this question. What is your niche? I don't know. Do I need a niche? Is it better to have a niche? Is niche even pronounced like this? Niche. That depends on what you need it for.
Niche better have my money.
If it's for profit, it's called a niche. And if it serves some other purpose, then it's a niche. And that's of course total bullshit, pronounce it however you want. Now, in one of my first videos here, I said something like, this channel is all about content creation and content marketing. But that's only half true. This channel is dedicated to content creation and content marketing and all that, yes, but for solo creators, for creative individuals who want to build something online. If that something is an online business, that's fine. If it's still small and you're just getting started, this channel might be of some help for you. However, it's a whole different story when it comes to content creation and content marketing for huge companies with big budgets and campaigns and teams. A niche is for the market. Being the small content creator that I am, mainly with the German language videos on philosophy and such, I would have little to say on the content game on a grand scale. And that's why corporate content creation and corporate content marketing would be the wrong niche for me. And that brings us to the core of the matter. What we are really talking about are two different approaches. If you want to build an online business, then you do need a niche, just like any business does, not just on the internet. If you are trying to both establish yourself and stand out in a market, then you need a well-defined niche to address your target group. As a method of addressing your target group, you can then, further down the line, turn to content creation and content marketing. On the internet, that's probably the best way to build a lasting bond with your audience. Whether you do the content creation and content marketing all by yourself or have it done by professionals, that's up to you then. But if you want to become a content creator, things are different. As a creator, define who you are. You have already decided that you want to learn and do the content thing yourself. Now you have to figure out what works well for you. That is what resonates both with you and your audience. Instead of desperately searching for a niche before getting started, I would recommend you to create a profile and a persona. Step 1, create a profile of yourself. Be clear about which characteristics and maybe special features distinguish you. Ask yourself questions like, which of the many roles that I have in everyday life can I best identify with? For me, these are being a family man, a creative person, a student, for example. What I less identify with is being a man or being a German, things that might be more important to others. And then, what is my taste? What things do I like? Where do my interests lie? Be it cooking or reading, and more concretely, which books, which genres? For me, it's philosophy and pop culture, especially works that combine the two. These are just some example questions. You can ask much more to create a full profile. Step 2, a persona is again a kind of profile just for your audience. Creating a persona is easy. Just take your own profile and pick a few things that seem most important or most interesting to you. These are the things that you would want you and your audience to have in common. Maybe be humble and think of your audience as just one person, but one that you have a very clear idea of. Most of the times it's anyway just a slightly younger version of yourself. First of all, find your voice. Going this way that I just described, you will accomplish two crucial things. First, find a topic area that you can finally start creating content on. Not because these topics are strategically smart, but they are topics that really interest you, which is much more important in the beginning. Second, you don't run the risk of ending up talking about topics that you really don't know anything about, because you haven't taken yourself as a starting point. To get started in content creation, it's important to find your own voice, to be authentic, to be yourself. For the most part, you'll have to figure out how to do that on your own. But as far as technical skills and some insights go, I might be able to offer some help. At least that is what this channel aims to do. Oh, and for some deeper insights, check out my Skillshare profile. You will find a link in the description below. You can watch my stuff there for free within the Skillshare trial. Also, to stay up to date, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. But for now, here are some more videos that you might like. Of course, if you like this one, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Thanks for watching. Build a lasting bond with your... Fuck this. I have an insect. Establish yourself and stand out in a market. There you are.